Good morning. Good morning. Wait, where's my mic? Missing. Hell going on? That sounded funny. Good morning. Yeah, that's better. Shoot. How you guys doing today? Friday. Labor Day weekend here in Maine. Yes, sir, mister. Yeah. Guys, apparently you folks that don't own your own businesses have a day off on Monday. Just kidding. We try to take a break as well. How you guys doing? Scale of 1 to 10. Good morning, Josh Baker, Dave Howard. How are you? Yeah. What is happening? So, August 29th. Holy crap. Day 246 in a row doing this. Wendy, good morning. Dave with a 7.5. You're slipping lately, brother. What's happening? What's going on? Mike Nunez, as always, popping in on Instagram. Yeah, you must be able to set that to get a notification when I come on, huh, Mike? I'm honored. And why aren't the rest of you doing that? Shit. 78 on the sleep score last night. Feeling good. On the backside of coffee number 2. Feeling it. Heading in the right direction. We're going to go for a 4 or 5 miler after this walk, that is, but I'm going to wear the lighter weight vest so I don't screw my back up as we ease into things. So, yeah, 7.5. Dustin, we asked people how they're doing on a scale of 1 to 10 on the daily. So people will often pop that in. They get a little bit granular on me with the 7.5s and the 9.5s, and we like it. So Catherine Thomas, 9.5, always room for improvement. Yeah, we had Steve on a couple weeks ago, and he asked, what level are you operating at, on a scale of 1 to 10, and see if that number drops. Because if you say 9.5, that means you just got a little bit left to go. I don't think so. I think we all have more. Good morning, Dave Brackett. Sir, 97 on the sleep scale. Come on, man. You sure that wasn't your golf score? Come on, 97. What are you using for a nap? 30-minute run this morning. I'm about a 9. He's down there in that gated community. Everybody, all the people driving by like, who's that 75-year-old guy running 830s? Shit. Stem cell treatment for the meniscus. Good. Let's hope that works. We'll be thinking of you. I know how much you like to be out there and moving and being active. So we'll be thinking of you. So, yeah, guys, how's it going? Good to see you. Rachel, good to see you. Yeah, what's happening today? What do we got today? Not too crazy today. Might actually be able to work on a few things. Had a bunch of calls just catching up with people and clients and just hitting it hard. A couple of days worth of the daily sales accelerator that I handled on the Rosenberg Group app. So if you guys looking to increase your sales game, knowledge, talent, whatever, join us. Ask me how I know. Sorry, but I'm getting great sleep. Hello. I'm glad you are. Sleep's a big part of it. I used to say it was overrated and, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Going to be dead a long time. Sleep then. But that sounds good when you're younger. But when you get a little older like Dave, you need to get that sleep. Okay. He's 2 weeks older than me. Oh, shit. Well, what is going on this morning? I wanted to talk today. I wanted to kind of further our where's my views? Full screen. Yeah. Good morning, Touring Man. How are you? Good to see you, buddy. Nice to have you in the mix. We've been talking, if you've been in and out, we've been talking this week about the power of presence and not Christmas presents, the power of presence, like being in the room. So yesterday we talked about showing up fully at work. All right. And today I want to go somewhere even more important, showing up fully at home. Okay. As I put in the title, if you saw it, let me ask you this. What's the point of winning in business if you're losing at home? I just had this conversation with somebody yesterday. Like, as a coach, a consultant, if I'm working with somebody and their business is doing great, but their home life's terrible, are we winning? No, we're not. That's a big F, right? It's a big F for us. Okay. So we want to make sure things are aligned. You talk all you want about, work-life balance, but anybody that was ever doing anything great has been out of balance for a long time. I've been out of balance for a while. So time to get a little bit more balance. You can get close. Okay. But don't come at me with, oh, it's just got to be, everything has to be homeostasis. It doesn't happen. I don't think. There's always something. And if you're a dreamer at all, or you want any more in life, you're going to be pushing hard on something at some point, and something's got to give, right? So let's talk physical presence versus emotional presence. Well, I was home. I've been home all week, right? But being in the same room isn't the same as being present, guys, especially if you got your phone and you're just kind of piled up on the couch going like this, right? When your spouse, your kids, your family can feel you're distracted, like that ain't good. I don't think, right? And I don't care if everybody's doing it. You ever look around, go out to dinner and look around? I'll say to Wendy, I'm like, 4 people over there. Every single one of them's on their phone. We work really hard at it. We don't always win, right? But oftentimes I'm like, hey, I'm just going to respond to this real quick. Is that all right? Just kind of ask permission even, just say, hey, I recognize that this is a distraction. And it's going to take me away from here for a minute, even though I'm physically here. But I just want to let you know, it's not the norm. We just went up, and had a week at camp last week, and we try to keep it to a minimum or less, the phone stuff. And I think we did a pretty good job. We had some times we just kind of sat and caught up on social shit. We just got married, right? People are posting stuff, and it was fun. But for the most part, we were able to disconnect, and that's important. Okay. Presence equals putting down the phone, shutting out work, giving them the best of you, not the leftovers. I was talking to Steve the other week, and he's saying, if I'm in a good spot, then at 7:00, the phone's going down. The phone's going down. And I was still digging the other night at like 7:30, 8:00, just hammering on the laptop and doing things. And, hey, world domination, right? But there's got to be a point, guys, where you just kind of stop and say, okay, it's time to close laptop or do whatever, punch out, disconnect, and be present. Okay. Because there's a cost to absence. Many high achievers justify absence at home by saying, I'm doing it for them. You're on the road or you do anything. I'm doing it for them. But the truth is they don't experience what others do, right? Like if the people that are in your home don't experience you, it doesn't matter how much you earn or what you build or what kind of great trips you can take on the weekend or the holidays, right? Home is where your legacy is lived out daily. That's what people remember. Because presence creates connection. At home, presence builds intimacy and trust and memories and all the stuff, right? What your kids will remember most is whether you were really there, right? Whether you were there. Same with your partner. Presence speaks love louder than words. Just being there, being available, right? I was just to try to do that with Bailey, with if she had a doctor appointment or go to dance or whatever, and just pick her up, drop her off, and do the stuff. Because I got the good stuff in the truck, and she would talk, because we're facing forward. And I always start my talks when I speak on stage. I start, first thing I say is, I'm Bailey's dad. It comes right up on my slide. I use the same one. It's just a reminder of what's really important to me, and it kind of centers me, because at the end of the day, no matter what I build for a coaching business or personal brand or any of this stuff, that's my most important role, and I try to stay in touch with that. There have been times when I've been physically home but mentally checked out, right? And I've seen the difference. When I shut it down and look at her in the eyes, and actually be present, there's a difference, right? Even with Wendy, like our time at camp last week, it's not about the phone, guys, the emails, the calls. They're going to be there. It's about the conversations, the laughter, the memories, that only happen when you're looking up and can pick up on it, right? And you've heard me say I don't multitask well. So when I'm looking at my phone, I am checked out. I'm not listening to whatever else is going on. Okay. So presence at home isn't about the amount of time that you spend. It's about the quality of the time that you spend. Okay. Even 20, 30 minutes of undistracted attention can mean more than hours of just half attention, just scrolling like that. I'm picking on the phone, but it could be anything. It could be the TV. Could be just general inattention. All right, so check it. Okay. Yeah, good to see you guys this morning, guys that are checking in. So challenge for you to guys today, tonight, whatever, this weekend even. It's a great weekend to do it because it's a Labor Day weekend here in the States. And what if you created a 30-minute window at home where there's no phone, no TV, no distractions, just you and your family, you and your significant other, present, engaged, listening. See how different it feels. I mean, really do it. Set an alarm if you have to. I don't care. Figure it out. Okay. And then maybe drop a comment in here and let us know how it went. Nobody ever does, but I always challenge you to. Someday, somebody's gonna. Yeah. Rachel says it's a beautiful, brisk morning in Wisconsin. Yeah, so I challenge you guys to take 30 minutes and just get a little more focused on the people around you. Maybe ask them how their day went. What's going on with you? What do you need? What more do you need from me lately? How am I showing up? You might be surprised what you get for an answer. Yeah, no phone zone. I love it. When I used to run the millwork shop and we'd have project manager meetings, we'd start, I had 7 or 8 guys in there and I was running the meeting. I would say, all right, table your weapons. And I would make everybody put their phone. And this was early 2000s, before phones were really like computers. I would say, hey, table your weapons. And we'd put them in, turn them on silent, put them in the middle of the table. Because if there's something that can't wait 30 minutes, I mean, we got a bigger problem than that, right? So, yeah. Rachel says it's what dinner used to be back in the day. Uninterrupted time and presence. Yeah, geez. LOL. Table your weapons, right? For real, though. You ever try, when you're chatting with somebody, they start looking at the phone and you just stop talking like that? See how long it takes them to look up, and then just laugh. Say, I'll catch you when you have some time. I'll catch you when you have some time, when it means more. Now, it doesn't mean if somebody's looking at their phone and you start talking, they're automatically rude. And I've said that to Wendy before. She's trying to say something to me. I'm like, yeah, hang on a second. I was sending this out before you came in and started talking to me. So there's that too. So we gotta pay attention to that. And I've done that with her, but I know she's engaged in doing something, either setting up a Zoom for somebody, doing something on the phone, working, or it doesn't matter what she's doing. She's looking at her phone. And I start going, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, then I go, oh, hang on. I said, I'll wait till you're done with that. So just even recognizing it can bring it up for someone else that it's a thing. Right? Good morning, Zach Clark. Solid 9 this morning. Zach is joining us in Houston at Mach 5. Yeah. Can't wait. Dude, I think that's going to be great for you. Zach's a young guy doing construction here in Maine, and he's making the investment in himself to come to Mach 5, come to Houston and learn from some of the big dogs that are going to be on that stage, that know how to sell, know how to create and run businesses, know how to exit businesses. So good place to be. So you guys hear me hammer on it every day. We have Steve on oftentimes talking about Mach 5. What is Mach 5? Everything. It's not March 5th. It's not Cinco de March. Okay. It's Mach 5, M-A-C-H. Oh, shit. 5 times faster than the speed of sound. I think that is, right? I'm faster than the speed of light. Cat-like quickness and reflexes. Yeah, beyond excited. Good. Make sure you get those flights booked. The more expensive it gets, more expensive the longer you wait. Get that stuff taken care of. We have hotel links. We have room blocks. We're making it as easy as we can and as affordable as we can for you guys to show up there and get poured into. So, Rachel, did you decide if you're coming yet or not? Don't know if you guys are paying attention. Good morning, Danielle. Don't know if you guys are paying attention. Was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was the day before, where I was on with Steve and Bubba and Richard, myself, of course. And Bubba lit the place up and said, hey, I'll tell you what, if you're having a financial constraint getting to Houston, getting to Mach 5, I'll pick up your ticket. The first 5 people that message him. As of last night, guess how many people had reached out to Bubba? Anybody want to take a guess? Goose egg. 0. And that's quite a thing that he's doing, saying, hey, I think it's this important for you to go. Because somebody took a shot on him when he was younger. Roy, yeah, 0. Jason, 0. Jason, no way. I've got 1. I stepped up and said, hey, if you have already bought a ticket, if you've already bought a ticket and you're planning to come and you view it as high value to bring someone on your team or your spouse, I will pick up the ticket. So we came to the table with 10. I've got 1 left. Okay, so if someone's having a financial constraint, hit Bubba. If you've got somebody that I'd really like to bring him, he's my lead guy, or I'd like to bring my wife or bring my husband, and I really can't spring for any more than 1 ticket, hit me up. We'll make it work. Okay, but don't wait. Don't wait. My inbox lit right up, and mostly that's because people don't like Bubba. I'm just kidding. He's not here. But that was a cool thing for him to do. Inspired me to do the same. So yeah, Jason, I don't know. You can lead a horse to water, you can't make him drink. Guys, we want to get you there. Literally all this, the coaching, consulting stuff literally changed the trajectory of my life because I went to an event. And took a shot and said, I'm going to go. There's 400 people at this thing. I don't know a fucking soul. Yeah, walked in, met Richard Nordheim and Anthony Abbott and the rest, and then went to a baseball game that night with Bubba and Tim Catroni, and they treated me like the new guy, and that was just fine. And been friends ever since. And I've probably got 300 or 400 people contacts in my phone that I didn't have 5 years ago that I call friends. Many of the people on this call: Roy Dahl, Jason Rector, Luke McGee, client, friend, Zach, everybody, lots of people. Some are right on this thread. Josh Baker, guys that I just wouldn't know. It wouldn't have impacted my life or me theirs if I didn't have the courage to sign up and just go to an event. So you only have another 4 or 5 weeks of me pounding on you about this, but I'm not coming off the gas because I think it's that important. And you're probably glad to hear me talk about something other than my book anyway. So anyway, guys, find some time this weekend, tonight, tomorrow, whatever. Find some time and say, I'm going to intentionally just put the phone face down for 30 minutes. So put it in the bathroom or the bedroom or on the charger or whatever, and see if you can connect. Or if you get in a vehicle, put it on do not disturb or whatever. And if you have the good fortune to be driving down the road with your daughter or your son, times that I enjoyed for a long time, dude, shut it off, man. That's where you get the good stuff. So Jason, I know you know that. Roy, I know you know that. Guys, Josh, I'm looking at guys here that have Dave Brackett, guys that have daughters, sons, that's where you get the good stuff. They say you've spent 75% of the time you're going to spend with your kid by the time they're 12. And that's scary. That's kind of scary, right? Yeah, Rachel, let's figure it out. All right, let's figure it out. You enjoy this stuff. You're here. You put the effort in. Would love to get you to Houston and meet a lot of these guys in person. I know you know some of them, but got to get you there. So let's make it work. Let's figure it out. So again, get a hold of Bubba if you've got a financial constraint on a ticket or something. If that makes the difference in whether you can go or not, give him a call. DM him. He's on here a lot. He'll actually be handling the daily sales accelerator call today in the Rosenberg group. So if you need a 7-day free pass to that, get exposed to that, see what that's all about, then let me know. We'll get you on there. Richard, good to see you. Better than late than never. You already got 4 miles in probably. I'm going to go do mine after. So yeah, guys, get outside, have fun this weekend. We're probably going to put a hike together, and I'm not in the shape I'd like to be for that, but we're not going to let that hold us back. We'll just go a little slower. Still going to get the experience. Okay. So guys, get off the couch, get out the door, do your thing, get outside, talk to the people that are close to you and say, what more do you need from me? How am I showing up? Okay. Show up at home, put the phone down, turn the TV off. Okay. See where you can be better. All right, Guys, it's been a great week. I've had a fun week here with you guys. Even though it's just been 4 days back here, we've already turned it around, health, energy, fluids, food wise, and getting back on the right track after just a couple of weeks of, with the wedding and everything, like, all the stuff, right? Where it's incredibly hard. Not that that's an excuse, make a choice, but where it's just, you're saying, well, hey, when this is over, we're going to get dialed in. So, yeah. Relax. Yeah. Yeah. Danielle, what the frig, right? She went from let's go hike to let's relax. I don't want to leave the dogs home to, well, what do you think about doing Mount Washington? That's what I love about her. I'm like, I'm whatever you want to do. If you want to relax, clean the house, we'll do that. I'm gonna go crush Maine's New England's highest peak. We can go do that. So, anyway, good to see you guys. Appreciate it. Have a great day. Have a safe Labor Day weekend. Enjoy your day off on Monday if you choose to do that. And stay healthy and happy and see where you can show up better for the people in your life. All right. See you guys later. I'm out.